Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Tchawly and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
An intimidating atmosphere in the crowd. A crowd so close to the pitch here in this old-style stadium, the New Balance Arena. We're up and running then. Ferdinand kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rummenigge is onto this. Vardiol did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That is good alertness. Tries to play it through. Played out towards the right wing. Bruno Fernandes. Out of play for a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Zola. Zola making good progress. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's found a way past. And Zola! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Still goalless. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Messi. Oh, well measured. Ibrahimovic. Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Takes a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Nicely aimed pass. It's played through for him. Might be dangerous. He's had a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Shevchenko gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Good running, strong and purposeful. Shevchenko! Shevchenko! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic is having a shot! Cruzeiro are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Ibrahimovic. And he shoots! And that's a sharp finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And now he has two. Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Zola. He's found a way through. And Zola! That was superb goalkeeping.
Zola clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Xavi Alonso. And it's Blint. Now it's come to nothing. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And he's managed to get free. Looking to wriggle clear. And a chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And again, he is at his elastic best.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's been taken short. And here's Messi. He's having a hit! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Rodri. Great vision. Now it's Mbappe. Gattuso. Rummenigge. Bruno Fernandes. Right, Shevchenko! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Shevchenko really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Varane attempts a clearance. Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Xavi Alonso. Picked out brilliantly. And they're back on the ball again. And this is Shevchenko! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Barcelona sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. Second period is on the way. Zola. That's tidy. Foot in. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Ibrahimovic. Space for him to turn and look. Looking to play him in. Maldini. It's not an especially good pass, that. Now it's Bruno Fernandes.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Xavi Alonso. Well, that's well seen too. Gattuso. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Zola. He's shifting through the gears here. Looking for options for movement. Takes a shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Vieira certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Looking for the run. Always onto this. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Koundé, nice looking ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. Barcelona with this handy looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. And here's the chance to counter. Zola scooting forward. Rummenigge gets on his bike and on the move. Played back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Oh, he's burst through. And it's Vieira.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi
Mbappé.
è di 17.007
It's
spettatori.
Bruno Fernandes. Xabi Alonso. Gattuso. And here's Mbappé. Barcelona can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
He's in a good position here. Shevchenko! Ambitious ball here. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Can he get on the end of this? He's going for goal! Incredible! Just incredible! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Shapes to shoot! And that is a truly outstanding save.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Barcelona have their second corner now. They've played it short. And here's Messi. Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Maldini calmly anticipates. Gattuso. Bruno Fernandes. And that interception was most necessary. And here's Shevchenko. Vieira. No way through. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rummenigge. Zola. Zola running with intent. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. The final 5 minutes. And it's Xabi Alonso. Brilliantly cut out. Vieira. Zola. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. He's in one-on-one. Decent chance! Yes! Untouchable, remorseless, relentless, a class of their own.
Zola really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. Barcelona are having a ball here. And Zola! Oh, denied at the last. And that is as far as it goes. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Rummenigge, very much the hero in this game. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And it is bouncing here in Bergamo. Not the biggest venue, but for volume and colour and personality, it is just great. So things are underway. Rummenigge. Good running, strong. Rummenigge! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rummenigge really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
He's shifting through the gears here. Quality ball. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Ferdinand getting this one clear. Nicely aimed pass. Messi. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, that's fabulous. There's the shot! Goal! Barcelona! The first significant strike. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
The most accurate pass. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Rummenigge. Shifted it to the flank. Rummenigge. Now it's Messi. Ibrahim takes a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Barcelona have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat.
Shevchenko clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And here's Zola, and he's being shifted off it. Shevchenko. Pass somewhat off target. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Xabi Alonso. Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And he's managed to get... on the finish! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Messi really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Zaire Emery. Spread out to the left. Great ball if he can get there. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Ferdinand. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Blint promptly onto that, and that is that. It's a sharp pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Threads one in. Shevchenko showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Looking tidy in possession here.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Mbappe. Well read, nice interception. Time and again they are repelled. Rummenigge is onto this. Rummenigge gets on his... Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
Rummenigge actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's Shevchenko.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that brings the first half to a close. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, Peter, 2-0. You're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Barcelona sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. And we get things going again. And he opts to go forward. Rodri tries to play it through. Bruno Fernandes, and he shoots! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Bruno Fernandes is offering a wry smile there.
Cruzeiro with the corner, there first. Impressive jump! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
That is good strength. And he plays one through. And Messi! Zaire Emery. Well, that looks a decent ball. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And Guardiola. The message is clear, none shall pass. Zola, he is through here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Barcelona in a very solid position, 2 to the good. This looks promising. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And this is Messi! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Good ball, good take. Nicked it back promptly. He's in a great position here. Chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Rummenigge is herring after that one. Rodri kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, that's a little loose. Koundé. Rummenigge. Now it's Messi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, easy pickings there. Messi. Zola. And it's Ibrahimovic. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And this is Ibra. Shot a goal! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It's all becoming so easy. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Sostituzione per il Cruzeiro. Numero 15.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Messi.
A case now of complete control. 75 minutes played. It's Alonso! Lacking in accuracy.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
No, that's been intercepted. Xavi Alonso. And here's Mbappe. He won't be happy with that one. Yeah. Schneider tries to pass it through. Oh, what a mistake! Rummenigge. Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
That's been slipped through. Maldini. Schneider. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good spread. He has found the way through. And he's had it nicked away. Now he's got space here. Gattuso. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That's an imaginative pass. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Xavi Alonso. No luck with that dink over the top.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
With official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And here's Messi. Messi running with intent. That's very neat. It's a loose ball. And here's Schneider. He'll try from distance. And he steered it beyond the post. And that'll be the end of that. This is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly. and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.